Hey, what's going on, folks? It's May 3rd. My name is Justin. This is the Dear Diary. I think this is kind of what these are going to turn into, is just me talking about what's going on in my world and, um, you know, getting after it. So programmatic SEO is one of the things I'm looking into right now and actually trying to figure out how to make my own programmatic SEO kind of script slash bot slash program. But I'm not a developer. And I've tried talking with developers, and for whatever reason, we will go through the entire process of, hey, here's the idea. We get on the Zoom call. They go, okay, it's going to cost, $3, 4, $5,000. All right, cool. Send over an invoice, send over a scope, and then they just don't respond ever again. It's so annoying. So I'm like, all right, back to the drawing board. I have to figure this shit out myself. This woman, Allison, not even gonna try, Seabolt. Uh, she has a programmatic SEO website. It's not very big, but it's kind of showing that, hey, we're getting some growth over here. She is. That trajectory is looking pretty nice. And cool thing is, she's not, like most, I guess, SEOs. She's comfortable sharing her website, and it's right here. It's gardenauntie.com, so you can go check it out on SEMrush or Ahrefs or whatever. And if you look at these articles, right, you go in and look at how they're written, right? They are the exact same. These are the exact same articles. The only difference is she's taking acorn squash and replacing that with Anaheim peppers. And then also, the information as far as how to plant them. Best space them 2-3 feet away. It's best to space them 1 to 2 feet away. Literally the exact same article, but written for this specific plant. Because you don't really, let's be real here. And this is why I'm so interested in programmatic SEO, is especially when it is a data driven article. It's not my opinion on XYZ. It is, here's how you do X. You don't have to format that 50 different ways for 50 different plants. You can format it the exact same way as long as the information is correct. You know what I mean? The same H2s. The difference is, of course, the length is a little bit different, but on average, it takes 70 to 80 days from planting for a acorn squash seed to develop into a fully mature plant. I don't know if she's going to have to kind of touch up the a acorn. That's not correct, but or a Anaheim pepper. I don't know. You'd have to really. I'm not a developer, so I don't know how to fix that, but I'm sure there's a very easy fix for, hey, if a word starts with this, change it to this. You know what I mean? And she has she has a blog, Allison Seabolt. I don't know if you watch this and you like this kind of stuff, check her out. She's making her own tool. I think getopal.org or something like that. It's basically, it comes down to, you're creating like spin tacks, but instead of just kind of spinning the same article 50 times, it's 50% spin tacks and then 50% adding in unique information to make it a truly unique experience for the reader. But anyway, with going on with what I'm working on, as far as what I know how to do and how I could create something like this myself, I think Google Sheets is going to be my only bet. And not my best bet, but my only, at this point in my, in what I know and what I know how to do, because I've done it before, but now it's just, okay, how can I do it, bigger and better this time? And, again, it's kind of just an amalgamation of, a lot of concatenate, because that's kind of the spinner, so to speak, or not so much the spinner, but inserting the data in from a column. Concatenate, VLOOKUP, because I'll just make everything short coded. Every specifics of a platform will be a shortcut, which is also like designed to look cool, and I can use it many different places on the site. And also, I'm going to be looking into how to, if I have a list, if I have a list of 10 items, how can I make as many combinations of those items? Because what I'm thinking is I can automatically generate, this is how I'm thinking right now. Just bear with me, because it may not make sense. I may not be able to explain it correctly. if I have a list of 10 items, I have the kind of concatenate string that, plugs in this cell because this is the introduction. And then it plugs in the name of platform A, platform B into that introduction. And then from there, it just takes the reusable blocks from the table, which would be used with VLOOKUP, would find whatever platform it is and plug it in appropriately. The summary, the pricing, the features, the conclusion part. It'd plug all that in, and I would have to find a way to find every combination without duplicates to basically run down column A and column B in Excel or Sheets rather. Boom, it populates the title. It'll populate, and that'll be a concatenate string as well, the title. It'll pull in that huge concatenate string of basically the entire post contents. The featured image will be there as well. I'm thinking about using just some default. I just found like 15 images that work for like this first platform, this first niche or industry, and can have those just in there and just pick a random one. It doesn't matter, just pick one. And then using this tool, Pabbly, this is where you can map your Google Sheet to WordPress, and it can create posts for you. I don't know if they're going to be posted live or published, but you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, what do you like? Title, content, image, URL, category. I might put tags down there. I don't know yet. I don't know. They might not serve a real purpose at this point. But beyond those things, I mean, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I could make it so or also another column for like the the slug, the URL slug. So instead of having like this long slug of A versus B, here are the best platforms for whatever, SEMrush versus Ahrefs, here are the best platforms for SEOs. I could just have it so it says SEMrush versus Ahrefs, SEMrush versus SERPstat, SEMrush versus I don't know, SERPWoo, Ahrefs versus SERPstat, Ahrefs versus SERPWoo. Because again, if I have 10 platforms that I'm comparing and contrasting, that's not terrible. That ends up being, I think, 45 total published pieces. But when you have 50, that ends up being, what is it? N squared minus N all over 2. So, what would that be? 50 times 49. Oops, geez Louise. That's 1,200 posts. That's a lot of copy and pasting. And some of these verticals that I'm planning on going into will have 50. But I also want to be like, okay, well, all I'd have to do when a new platform comes on the scene or somebody emails me and says, hey, join our program, all I got to do is punch in the little bit of information that I need, boom. It automatically publishes, or at least puts into draft mode, 49 new articles. And then when I had another one, 50 new articles. And all I got to do is go in and either hit publish, or it publishes for me. But yeah, I think it might just be create a post. But that's okay though. That's not terrible because then I can go in, and if something might be strange or goofy, I can fix that. So I think that's how I'm going to create what I need to create. And I'm so excited because I was planning on paying somebody, $5 to get this done for me, when it's like, oh, if I just think about it for 24 hours, oh, here's a solution. And I can store all this data inside Google Sheets, and as I configure it, I think it'll be a whole lot easier to find answers for a Google Sheets problem than it would to be for a WordPress development problem. Because Google Sheets, I mean, it's going to be a breeze. We'll say that. Like, we'll put it that way. It's going to be a breeze, and I'm really excited for this. So that's that. This is, I guess maybe just like these Dear Diary videos of just me just talking for 10 minutes. And if you watch this and you like this, and I don't know, again, follow me on Twitter. Let's get involved there. You can reach out there, get in the comments. We can chop it up, go back and forth. I plan on, or I will try to like actually showcase this as it's being built and how it's being built Obviously, I can't get into specifics due to protection until, eventually it'll be like, oh yeah, this is the site, and it's doing, maybe that's what I'll do. I'll do like a niche review at like when it makes like $10,000 in a month or something like that. But I don't know. We'll see when we get there. But this is May 3rd, 2022. Hopefully May 3rd, 2023. I am just balling